President Trump is back on the attack, taking aim at a familiar target, the judicial branch. Around 6 a.m., the president blasted out 3 tweets, tearing into a California judge's decision to block his executive order that threatened to cut funding to so-called sanctuary cities that limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. First, the Ninth Circuit rules against the ban, and now it hits again on sanctuary cities, both ridiculous rulings. See you in the Supreme Court. The White House called the ruling an example of egregious overreach by a single unelected district judge. Press Secretary Sean Spicer said sanctuary city officials have the blood of dead Americans on their hands. President Trump vowed to fight back.
I'm never surprised by the Ninth Circuit. As I said, we'll see him in the Supreme Court.
But this latest decision wasn't from the Ninth Circuit. It came from the federal district court in Northern California. Any appeal would be heard by the Ninth Circuit. The decision was determined in part by the president's own words. Judge William Orrick, an Obama appointee, writing, "If there was any doubt about the scope of the order, the president and attorney general have erased it with their public comments." The judge pointed to the president's threat to defund sanctuary cities in February.
If they're going to have sanctuary cities, we may have to do that. Certainly that would be a weapon.
Attorneys for San Francisco and Santa Clara, California brought the suit and said courts need to keep the executive branch in check.
And I think that what we learned as a result of this decision was this dramatic overreach by both the president and the attorney general.
President Trump has repeatedly railed against federal judges.
But I have a judge who is a hater of Donald Trump, a hater. He's a hater. His name is Gonzalo Curiel,
and has taken to Twitter to criticize the judges who have thwarted his travel ban. The president aimed this tweet at Judge James Robart in Seattle after the judge halted the first travel ban in February. "Just cannot believe a judge would put our country in such peril. If something happens, blame him and court system. People pouring in. Bad." But the administration isn't backing off its immigration crackdown. The Department of Homeland Security has opened a new office to assist the victims of crimes committed by undocumented immigrants.
They're casualties of crimes that should never have taken place because the people who victimized them should never have been here in our country.